to go, and you told me yeah. Jeez. Plugged in. Oh, you probably thought I was talking about the power cord. Oh, man. I was over here thinking we had a song picked, ready to go. No pressure. All of that for nothing.
Hold up, man.
We're just gonna come
Here
in.
I sit, brokenhearted. Came to shit, and I only farted.
What song?
Let's do
I guess
Dark,
I can run it
let's
later.
do Dark Star.
Dark Star.
Dark fart.
Yeah.
Dark Star.
Yeah.
That too.
It's Jacqueline Hyde.
Is the name of the title, or is that the name of the
That's
artist?
the title, Dark Star. Jacqueline Hyde.
Who's the artist?
Jacqueline Hyde.
Jekyll. Okay.
We should. Well, I mean, what are we thinking? We could have got us Combi Christ, man.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
God
could've.
sent us to destroy.
Honestly, man, I never really got into Combi until I booked them.
Until
and
you
then
booked them?
Yeah, and then I booked them. I'm like, you know what? Everyone's always talked about this band for 20 years.
All
Maybe I
right.
should give them a try.
Here we go again.
And
In
again.
3,
2, 1. That's it.
There we go.
If you pull up anybody out there in the land of listeners, if you pull up on my, are we live right now? Am I talking
now
to
we're
nobody?
live.
I'm
Now
talking
we're
to people. Okay. If you go to my YouTube page, actually, this is the background song too for the Club TV segment they did on my Haunted Circus, which we're going to be talking about here pretty soon.
I don't think they can hear you right now, though.
Yeah, they can hear.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm bringing it down now. I'm bringing it down now.
Obviously, I didn't do that button. We're not live, and you're not even on the mic.
Well, give me one. Let me introduce the show real quick. Welcome to Diamond Vibes. I'm Henry. Allie is not with us tonight, unfortunately. She's here in spirit. And that's Sergio.
Hi.
And we got with us Rob Gibbons.
Where's the spirit at?
It's right. It's in you. She's right where you're sitting.
I thought there was a ghost in
She's
there.
actually on your lap. Yep.
Nice. I thought I felt something.
Mr. Rob Gibbons and
You forgot your names
the
already.
late
That's funny.
Ava. Yeah, I remember Thing 1 and Thing 2. That's how
That's
you
Harley,
Thing one and
Harley,
thing
Harley
two is-
Quinn. That's Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's the real
Harley
Harley.
Quinn and Ava.
That's the
Got
real
it.
Harley Quinn. And I'm Trixie Ding Dong. Nice to meet you.
Trixie Ding Dong. What's up, baby?
That's my porn name.
Ah.
Yeah. You know I did
I'm
porn?
searching tonight.
You didn't know I did porn?
Did you really?
No, not really.
You should have kept going with that and see how far you
Yeah,
can.
let's do a whole interview about porn, yeah. So what's your latest movie?
So what's going on with you, Rob? What's
Well,
the-
it's hard because I've done, this is the first interview since all the shit. I can say shit, right?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, fuck shit. Cunt. So really, this is kind of you're kind of popping the cherry on the getting back to the get back,
There you go.
I try.
So when
go slow.
when your management company called my management company the other day and said come do the show, I jumped. That's why I said hell yeah, why not, man?
Yeah.
It was kind of okay last time I was here.
No,
I think the last time I was here, I had a black thing over my face the entire time, a sheath. Over
I think yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
You didn't even see my face. I said I'm going to go in there and cover my face the whole time.
Well, you know what it was, man. It was the last time when you were here on Diamond Vibes. I remember that day, and I was in a fucking horrible mood.
Were you?
Yeah.
Is that why you punched me in the face when I left?
Exactly. But I was like, you know what? Rob was on the show. Fucking, we had a good time, and I was in a bitchy mood.
Yeah.
Why not bring him on when I'm having a good day?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have Jesse with us, but we got
Yeah,
Quinn and Ava.
Well, I've got Victoria Atlas K. She's in Jackson, Mississippi, doing some stuff, and then Allie's out in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But for the show on the 30th, I'm going to. And Victoria, if you're listening, hear me say this. She's hopefully going to be back for that show too. So it's kind of everybody's kind of scattered,
Yeah.
like an omelet at Waffle House.
So what is your first reunion?
Is that a camera right there?
Yes.
Hey, and there's one right there going that way, right?
Yeah.
Nice, and he switches back and forth.
Oh no, it shows both of them.
Oh, at the same time? Oh, that's us right there?
Yep.
Look at
That's
that.
us.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look, okay.
I wasn't even paying attention. Where am I at?
Mad.
You're not supposed to.
Why people always, what's wrong? Nothing.
You're supposed to look mad. I told them both when they came in here, I said, don't say
Well, I
anything.
guess
Don't be
it's
silly. Just act
Friggin'
mad.
natural, no?
Just
I'm
look
just
mad.
focused on recording you,
Look mad.
Rob.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
Not,
Are we there, though? Still live?
yes.
Okay,
I just didn't
hold
know
that hand
I was
steady.
over here is what I'm saying.
And let me just real quick. I want to show. See, that's who's filming you guys. Just in case. That's who's holding the camera live.
Oh, I showed them.
Did I
Don't
mess it
worry.
up? Okay.
No.
Don't you mess it up.
Yeah.
'Cause I already dropped my Instagram on there, my SoundCloud.
You know.
Everything's provided.
Yeah, I'm thirsty. I should have got something to drink before I came in here.
I got some
You got Cottonmouth?
Trulies.
Shroomies?
Truly. These
Some
little
what?
You know how Poet was drinking the bitch ass White Claws?
Oh, God, what a bitch!
These are like
No, I'm
bitch
kidding. I'm
ass-
kidding, Poet.
Can't believe that.
These are slightly more.
He's
manly.
not kidding at
Do
all.
you have anything non-alcoholic,
Little
or-
bitch ass.
Man, this is flow high, man. What kind of pussy shit is that?
Sure.
No, I'll take one, whatever. Anything that's wet besides these two.
Hey-o.
Okay.
So, ladies, let's turn to you.
See,
What,
he's going to focus on these two. You know what? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would never want to ignore anyone in the studio.
Yeah.
So,
We'll get back to me in a minute.
Ava, we'll start with you.
69
I'm going to
Oh,
turn the
geez,
camera. I'm going to turn the
alright.
camera on these
69
two.
seconds. Is that?
This is my better
Oh,
No, that's
wow.
been stuck in my head ever since we were talking
Not
about
this
the
one.
porno, and then he's like, "What's my next movie?" And I said, 69 seconds.
I get it. I'm slow. That was good though. Okay, it makes sense.
Hey, thank you, Sergio.
Truly.
Look what I'm about to drink. I'm about to
Thank
drink
you.
a Truly.
Oh God, I hate seltzer drinks.
No one got it for you. No. Truly.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Bam.
All right, Ava, tell me about your life.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, you're on the spot now.
Yes, we met.
You're on the spot.
Oh man. Can I just give you the basics?
Well, why don't we start with this? What were your parents' number one hobbies when they were 13, and we'll go from there.
Honestly, I have no idea. It was just my mom, so I'm not sure what
Fair enough.
she was into.
Fair enough. All right. So, what about you? What do you do right now with your life?
I am currently just working my ass off to be able to provide for me and my children.
Are you dancing full time or?
Part time.
Gotcha.
Survey says you are not the father.
No, I scratched that. You're basically full
At the moment,
7
I
days a week.
suppose.
time.
Yeah, that's full time.
13
Nobody gives you any love over there, Sergio.
13
We'll give you some love.
hours.
That's Sergio.
Yeah.
That's the producer. He's producing
What's
the
going
show.
on?
Yeah. He's running all the stuff, man. The magic.
All right.
I'm going through
13.
a hard time currently, so I just don't
Just
want
gonna
to
be
express
protege,
everything
I told
over
him.
there.
There he is.
So you're working, you're dancing pretty much full time. What else is going on? How have you survived Corona? Has it been all right with you? Have you been able to survive
yeah, I was pregnant, and I just had a baby during this pandemic.
Do you know
I
who
just
the father was?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
just
I
making
just
sure.
gave birth in July, so
Wow,
I
congratulations.
really wasn't doing much during the whole pandemic, whatever you want to call it.
So you got to sit through it all pregnant and
Yeah.
Well, how you feeling now? Though you healed up well? Is your kid okay? Is everything
Yeah,
good?
I feel better
Good.
for sure.
Good. Right on. All right. Well, Miss Harley Quinn. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
turn.
We're definitely coming on you now.
You want me to take it back?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that.
So why don't you tell me about your life? What's going on in your life? It's dead. All of it. 100% of the life has been dead.
Oh man.
You think I'm going to come up with live people, man? Come on.
Oh, I'm just talking to this. No.
Yeah. No. I need you to speak into it. You're here. You got to be a part
Look at
of
her
this.
ink. Talk
Hello.
about her ink. Look at all this ink. Look at all her ink. Show them your ink. Stick your arm. Show them. Look at all the ink.
Checking it out.
It's the whole
Sharpie.
sleeve.
Hey, I want to get there one day.
Show
Yeah,
them her
you
ink.
will.
Look at all the ink.
What you got?
Skulls and half dead women.
Oh.
And some Bring Me the Horizon scripts.
You were cool up until that last part.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day you'll be grown up and be like Henry Protege. Look at all those tattoos on his arm. That's a full sleeve,
Yeah.
man.
All over.
All over, man.
I know.
Okay, bring it back this
What
way.
else?
You gotta
It's
turn a
been
whole nother
so
angle
rough.
just to read it. Oh shit.
Look at
Well,
Henry
yeah,
Protege's
that's just
tattoos
right
on
in your
his tattoos.
face.
All right, Mr. Rob.
What's that?
What's coming up with you in the future? Because that we're out of the season now,
Yeah.
so it's always like, all right, well, you're either releasing new music at this point or you're.
Well, it's like I say. The good thing about the pandemic was, the lockdown was that we got to, spend a lot of time in the studio, and just really I did nothing. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
A lot of us did a little bit of nothing, right?
To focus on what you need to improve, what you don't need to improve, what you want to add, what you don't want to add. I actually started getting into a little bit more drum and bass. Working, we talked to Baker last time out there,
Yeah.
and actually he's going to be coming in for my show. He's flying in from Vegas for the show on the 30th.
Nice.
So there'll be a little bit of that, drum and bass in there and stuff like that, and exploring kind of new music options. And really, to be honest with you, It's sort of like split life. You know, I have the show that I do. You know, and it's industrial, breaks and electro bass and stuff like that. And then I also sing. So completely on the opposite side of the other coin.
Right.
Which I have the video. I do have the video of "Love You to Death," the remake I did of Typo Negative, "Love You to Death." And that was released. And I'm working on a lot of like the 80s classics, new wave stuff like that. Singing, I'm putting together we talked about it a little bit last time, kind of an 80s show with me singing, stuff in the background. So, because back in high school and the early college days, I fronted, rock bands and stuff back then. So I was a singer and a keyboard player, frontman for rock bands long before the DJ thing came about. So that's kind of my that's where it all started.
Did you find a lot of similarities between them, like when it actually came down to performing?
Zero.
And
only thing is stage presence, because I'm a front man.
Right.
That's kind of why my show, on both sides of the coin, I say DJ, live music show, and then the singing go hand in hand because I'm a front guy. So I don't like to be back at a DJ booth and do all that kind of crap. I like to be right in your face and in front of the crowd. So that kind of made my show in the DJ world, or EDM world, if you will, different from everybody else's because I'm a madman. They're used to a guy sitting up there, hitting the sync button or whatever they do.
That's. I mean, I honestly, I never really got into EDM. It was never really my thing. Yeah. But I know, like the first show I ever went to was Steve Aoki, and he literally sat there behind his fucking thing the entire time. And don't get me wrong, he got live and all that, but he literally stood in one place for 2 hours, and it was like. Granted, it was the first time I did Molly. So
did he throw cake at you?
I was like way in the back of the. I was so beyond fucked up
at
that point.
And that brings up kind of a funny topic too, because when we started the Evil One thing, which was started in a marketing division of an ad agency, believe it or not.
Was it?
Yeah. It was about the time Dead Mouse was sort of coming out and stuff like that, And I was one, and I'm going to proudly say it, I was one of the first. What set me apart from everybody else. To come out with rock theater, more theater on stage, Chainsaw, Sparks. The first show I did was Pattern for Silent Hill, so I had nurses up there that were only moving to the music. This is creepy as fuck,
awesome. Yeah.
And people were like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And it was half live, half DJ stuff. But I was, I used props, I used stuff. It was out of the norm, and right at that kind of same time, a little after that, you started seeing. Dead Mouse come out and Steve Aoki come out, throwing cake and all this kind of bullshit. Yeah. And I'm like, man, come on. I was, I was kind of doing that.
I mean, in comparison to what you do, that's such a bitch-made fucking try to.
I've got grinders on a metal dick on me. I get on stage. I got a metal dick, and I get a grinder. I'm shooting sparks over the crowd.
I've never seen your show live, but I've seen video.
Have you watched some videos?
Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh, you were being
it's
serious?
legit.
Yeah, I was dead serious. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The camera's going that. Where are you at?
Holy shit.
No, it's on you.
Is she doing all right, people?
Yeah, she's a little bit.
I'm doing great, actually.
Okay,
I'm doing just fine.
Right.
You worry about what you got going on over here.
But I mean, I had Angelica Synthetic. Are you familiar with her?
No.
She was a prop designer for Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, and she danced for me for a while. And she made the most outlandish props. Just ignore that. Props like the chastity belt with the thing, with grinders. And after the Great White Incident, which you know about, remember the Great White Incident where they burned the club down up in Rhode Island because of the pyros? Because I used a lot of pyros in my show. I used to load my entire rig with pyros, and at the end of the show, my rig was destroyed on stage. It was done. Boom, boom, boom. Damn. And fire and all that kind of stuff. But after that, it was very limited as to what venues we could do pyros in. So we went to grinding, because grinding, you got the sparks, all that kind of good stuff, but you don't have the the actual gunpowder on stage. I remember I got brave one time when she was doing the grinding on me, and I stuck my face down there thinking, that's sparks. Right. Boy, did that hurt.
Yeah.
It was like getting shot with a machine gun from a mouse.
Yeah,
like
it
was hurt like hell. But so I kind of was one of the first DJs I know around here. The first DJs use dancers, performers on stage, kind of make a show out of it. I remember John Santoro. You remember the owner of the amphitheater, the great, wonderful John Santoro.
Yep.
The first time I played there, he got off stage. He goes, "You know what? You're not a DJ." And I was like, "Damn, he must have hated my show. I wanted to kill myself." He goes, "You're a performer. That was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen." And I was like, "Thanks, I appreciate that." Yeah.
That definitely seems like if I'm a performer, I would definitely rather be called a performer than a DJ.
Right, because I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I don't sit up there and just spin music. I go live overlays. I do live vocal overlays over what I'm doing. Which.
So I heard her asking, and if she's asking, that means someone else's. What do you explain grinding?
Grinding?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what kind of business you're in. I mean, up the street,
The
there's
business
grinding.
you're in, apparently.
You go up the street and get grinding. $20.
What do you do when you grind?
Well, the sparks
I
fly.
don't give happy endings. I'll tell you that.
Apparently, the
Grinding
sparks at the end, though.
is a metal turn. It's a concrete saw basically with a spinner on it, and any metal iron surface you put it to it and it shoots sparks.
Yeah.
Way into the so it's a good look.
That's fucking dope.
I wish I've got the videos on my. I've got the video. I've got the videos on my. I've got the video on my YouTube page. If you go to my YouTube page on YouTube, you can see all those videos. They're all on there.
Are you going to do it at your next show?
I don't know.
You should.
You should.
But we're kind of limited too at the next show. But I was going somewhere with
You
it.
can't destroy the stage.
It's funny because the way that I got tied up with Jacqueline Hyde too was a funny thing because I was doing vocal overlays, and at that time they weren't touring real heavy, and they had kind of not been doing the live stuff. So I took a couple of their songs and would reduce the vocals, and I did like Sounds from the Underground, the most popular song. And I got a cease and desist letter from Scott Weiser. Love you, Scott. And, because they thought I was... But, the way I look at it, there's cover bands. When you're going to be in a rock band, you're in a cover band first, right?
Right.
That's the highest form of flattery. Mm-hmm. That's the way I started in DJ. I covered their songs, brought the vocals down. And anyway, I got sent that from them, so that kind of was my introduction to those two, and ended up being my best friends forever.
As long as you license it, man. The fuck problem is it?
No, not really. And so I got known as the Jacqueline Hyde ripoff when I first started. I couldn't take a better compliment. I was like, "Yeah, you damn right."
That's if you were starting in a band and someone's like, "Yo, you're the Misfits ripoff," you know what I mean?
I remember DJ Trashy did the same thing. I did Lights. I did a cover of his song Lights. He's like, man, he jumped on, and we're good friends now too. So it's like,
Do you ever see him? Because I know Poet and him. You sang out.
David Landry,
DJ Fix,
DJ Effects,
Fix. Yeah, isn't that who you just said?
No, I said Trashy.
Oh, Trashy. I'm fucking retarded. Yeah,
Trashy sounds like Fix.
I booked Trashy.
David Landry.
I booked him a while ago with Poet. And then Poet booked him twice again after that.
Always puts on a good show.
Yeah, the show I did with him did really well.
Nicest guy you ever want to meet.
Yeah,
he and I did a show together at. We've played together buku times down in Ybor, and one of my good friends, Tara and Luke up in Seattle, Washington. They're probably listening now. What's up? Their son had cancer. He was in the hospital, and she had been by his bedside the entire time. They're huge fans of mine, and. He said, "Mom, I don't want you to miss it." So the only time she left his bedside was to come to my show. Mm-hmm. So Trashy and I dedicated the whole show to her son. After the show, we took off our backstage passes. We signed them for him. Gave him a Rob Givens T-shirt. Everybody at the show signed the shirt. And I've got that picture on my Facebook page in his hospital bed, with all the autographed memorabilia and stuff all over it.
That's fucking
Everybody
awesome.
Wipe the tears from your eyes.
Yeah, getting all misty up in here with that.
Yeah. See, I'm a soft side. I'm not just a bastard all the time.
It is not. He's only 99% evil. There's a 1% gooey.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Do you watch sports at all, man?
Porn? Oh, sports?
That's. I mean,
I can't.
Isn't that kind of a sport in a way?
I suppose. I mean, depends on how you take it.
It does depend on how you take it. It absolutely depends on how you take it.
Definitely.
There's many ways.
Many ways.
I could have sworn I bought you a souvenir. Speaking of that, in here somewhere.
It's a man purse.
Okay, where?
It's my man purse.
Man tool purse.
Talking about porn, and he's like, "Hey, I got a gift for you."
I got some tools.
Sports. I was married, believe it or not, for 5 or 6 years. And, I watched, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're married. You're supposed to watch football.
That's it.
And, the first day I got a divorce, I remember I went to the pawn shop and I bought 2 turntables and a microphone.
There you go.
It really...
That's what you did for real?
Honestly, for real.
Wow.
First day.
That's smart.
I went to the pawn shop, bought all this DJ gear and shit, and went right back to it.
Okay.
But, sports is like, to me, and especially now, are you fucking kidding me? All the stuff they're doing, we're not going to get into politics, but I'm saying, come on, the NBA and all that.
Down for watching.
Okay.
John Poet?
Sorry.
Probably Belmont.
Yes.
John Belmont is one of my managers. He's a good friend of mine. He used to manage, back in the day, Steelheart, who was one of the biggest 80s bands of the 1980s. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They have a song called Never Let You Go. They were huge.
Yeah.
He still manages Mike Matevich, whose studio is at Harpo, whose Oprah Winfrey Studios out in L.A. But anyway, so, I don't know, sports is like, I don't know. Why do you ask me such a question?
Cool, because we got Brady and Gonk now, and,
That,
and all that. So
it rekindled my interest in the Bucks.
and we got the
Lightning.
final Lightning game tonight.
I went to a hockey game once with my, at the time, father-in-law, because remember, I was married and I was into sports after me.
Yeah.
And because he was rich, had the big reserve thing up
The
in the
penthouse
up in the
thing.
thing, and
Oh,
the thing, and the
nice.
thing, and the thing. Yeah,
The VIP box.
yeah. And we were watching
That's
the
where
game.
you're not supposed to watch it there. That's why.
We were watching the game, and to me, watching hockey is like watching King Kong jerk off, because it's just like you're going like this the entire time. I mean, it's all it is. I had a neck headache after the.
That's because you were in the VIP boxes. You got to get down there on the glass.
And I mean, why do they name the parts of the sports game in hockey after girls' menstrual cycles? I have no idea. You got the first period, second period. I don't get that. Why do they call them periods? When you say period, I think of a menstrual
That's the
cycle.
first thing you think of.
Yeah, it was just too much for me. So after
So
like,
you don't enjoy watching.
in other words,
No.
so after
Fair enough.
the second menstrual cycle, we left.
There you go.
And basketball, I can't even figure that out. I don't know. It's too much for me.
Baseball.
Really?
I
Oh,
can't
baseball,
do.
give it up.
Yeah, basketball. I can get into basketball. Hockey and football. Those are always mine too.
Isn't
but-
the NBA like canceled now? Just the whole thing?
No, they're actually in the finals now.
Are they?
It was
Didn't
a
they
short.
boycott
It
the
was
game?
a short. It was a shortened season because of the COVID.
Didn't they walk the game or something? Or walked out or something?
No, they boycotted
for the
one game.
BLM.
It was one game.
one game.
Yeah,
There's only one. Really?
yeah.
I understand the background.
Well, it was
of
one day for all the teams, so it was different.
I understand the premise and the background. I'm not going to say I'm for or against, but I understand it.
Sports person?
But I mean, I hope that we could get kind of past that a little bit. Let's get just back
You
to
ever
good old
played any
American.
sports?
Let's just
Yeah.
get back to fucking sports.
I miss
you know?
being able to turn on ESPN and just have it just be sports.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
just be
Yeah.
sport. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking good.
2020 is a crazy year, man.
Yeah.
Because they're getting like
Fucked up.
ESPN's kind of getting like MTV was. You had music videos, and they started now. You can't find a music video
Yeah,
on there.
it's
And
all
ESPN's
talk.
getting it to
Speaking of, fucking MTV was supposed to bring back TRL this year.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever did.
Man.
What is
Right
your
now, 3.
Do they have?
23?
Whatever.
You're 23. Ava, how old are you?
22.
22. She just asked me what TRL was, and
Well,
See?
God.
Wow.
I don't think I should feel
Total Request
Now I'm
Live.
on
Don't you know who Carson Daly
Yeah,
is?
Carson Daly and
Marilyn Manson
That-
got their start by making an appearance on TRL because Brian Warner was seen in the ground. They just went to New York, and they happened to be on the show in New York, and they went and interviewed Brian Warner, and he talked about his band, what's called what was it? Something Kids,
It was Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids.
and the Spooky Kids. That's
Yeah.
right. So he got to plug the name of his band and cassette tape right there on TRL.
Well, what cable
Wow.
do we have to watch, Rob?
This is 20 years ago.
This is
Yeah.
this is
We had black and white TVs
T-
with turn cranks on them.
TRL
Yeah.
was like when MTV used to be called Music TV. It was because of TRL and shows like TRL.
it was music.
So-
It was music television way before TRL.
It just
Right,
sounds
yeah.
See,
Well-
back in the 80s,
Yeah,
they
back
used to
in the
play just rock music.
And let's test everyone's trivia, at least these two. What was the very first video played on MTV? Very first video.
Oh, wait. I
Come
know
on,
this.
man.
Video killed the rock star.
Video
No,
killed the radio
Radio
star by
Star,
the
Radio
Bugles.
Star.
Sure
That's right.
was. And one of the very first hard rock videos was Motley Crue, Looks That Kill. They were one
Yeah.
of the pioneers.
And they took forever to play Michael Jackson on there.
Yeah.
Like, they put up
absolutely.
a huge fight. And then eventually, as soon as he got on, he was like the number one.
My
video
guess
guy.
would have been Thriller for the first video that they ever showed.
Billie Jean. Well,
Now, can you name all the original VJs?
no.
Martha Quinn.
The guy, I know the guy from who went to the new. He went to the news.
Martha Quinn.
I don't know none of them now.
Tim Curry's son. What was Adam Curry?
Yeah.
He was on Joe Rogan not too long
God,
ago.
I feel old. I can't remember none of them.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for that topic.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of
What about you,
weeds
Ava?
happened since then.
No,
You guys- are you guys
that was
into,
20,
you
20
guys into
ounces
sports at all or no?
ago.
I played basketball in 5th grade. I was in the basketball team. So.
well, there we go. Fifth grade rock star. What's up?
I don't know if you consider ice skating a sport, but I love to do that.
Yeah, that's a sport.
Yeah, it's athletic at least, and I power lift too. So, see, that's the thing. The watching sport, like I watch poker. I know it's not really a sport, but I watch poker.
That's like
I'll
watching
watch.
golf.
It's people say it's boring. If you like poker, you can get into it. You can. You know,
I went to the casino a
pretty
couple
hard.
nights ago, lost $50.
I need to go back. It's been a while.
Oh man,
You're not a gambler?
I'm not a gambler. I said I might as well walk in the door and just get 100 ones and throw them in the air
And then walk out.
And walk out. See ya.
Fuck it, man.
That
Go to a
was
strip
great.
club if you're going to do that, at least.
What did you play?
Huh?
What'd you do? Would you play slots? Or
Yes, slots. I have a I go John Belmont. I was just telling him, hey John, if you're out there listening, we go and I make him go to the roulette table. He's a lucky guy. I'm not a lucky guy, and I'll give him my money, and when he wants the money, take that money, and I go sit down at the slot machines and just cry.
I like to play War.
War?
Yeah, high card basically.
I like War. Yes, I know. what
You
you're
make the
talking about.
most money playing that game because if you hit the tie, it's times 10. So if you put 25 bucks down,
wow.
you're winning 250 off a tie.
Poet turned me on to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big
Fucking-
gambler.
Yeah. Him and I went out there many times, and but we were usually pretty good about it. Poet's a degenerate.
Yeah, you can tell that he'll leave and
He's a
probably-
degenerate fuck.
Yeah, so like
Owen looks like the guy who will go and jerk someone off in the car for an extra 50 bucks.
he will, bro. Like
Yeah.
we were there once, and he was up, fucking $3 or $4 grand, and I'm like, bro, let's
go.
We had been there for like 7 hours, and he's like, no, I'm on a winning streak. He lost every bit of it. I'm like, you're a
course.
fucking
Now we have
idiot.
3, but it went to 5, and then it went to 8.
I definitely need to go back. It's been a while.
Are people
You
commenting?
have that many friends on your Facebook?
I got 5,000.
Yeah.
That's a feature on Facebook I don't like because I'm on like 4,900 and like I'm right on the cusp.
95.
I'm right on the cusp. I mean, like the next 10 people are going to be lucky, have to be really good motherfuckers for me.
Yeah.
Because that's it. And after 5,000, what happens? Does your head explode? I mean, what happens?
You're not allowed to have.
I
any
think
more
you get
friends
another
after
page.
that on
You have to get a whole other
Facebook.
page.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they give
that
you
or
an
you
actual...
just get followers at that
yeah.
point.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They
I
follow
just
you.
deleted 2,200 off mine.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
felt good.
That must have
actually.
taken a couple of
That
days.
does take forever.
Honestly, 3 hours maybe.
That's
It was a lot quicker than I thought.
tried it. I tried it and I can't do it.
What,
Been
deleting?
moving everyone?
I don't even go on Facebook anymore.
I got like
So-
430 friends. I'm not even worried about it.
No, you're fine.
Well, mine's mostly
I have
industry
almost
people, stuff like
5,000.
that. But I always feel like it's like tools. You don't want to throw a tool away because one day you're going to
because you
fucking
never
need
know
it.
who's
You never
watching.
know what you're going to need.
That was always my mindset too.
I don't want to delete that.
But then I was thinking, I was like, I had most of these people the first 2 years of my company, so most of these
Right.
guys are fucking like guys in local bands
Right.
in bumfuck Kansas, where I'll never work with them. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, yeah, anyone who was like industry, like any managers, agents, stuff like that, I kept them. But if it was like some random fucking guy in Maine, I was like,
Well,
I
that's
don't
how the
get
way I
it.
look at it. Because when I started by Facebook, it was when the start of my career, sort of. And I mean, those are people that were. I mean, I don't fucking know, but I mean, that's the people that were something back then. I don't know, probably still something now. A couple of them probably dead. Who knows?
Well, so I just today a place hit me up in Tampa. I'm not going to say where yet.
A place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a big. They only have beer and wine license.
Right.
But I was thinking, I was like, have you ever done a what do they call that? Silent rave?
Yes. Well, I haven't done one. I've been to one, and they've
I
been
was
in
like,
Miami. a lot.
I feel like that would be
They're
a
kinda
cool thing to
weird.
do there.
Yeah, you walk in and you hear shuffling. That's all you hear.
Oh, so those are the ones with the headphones on?
Yeah,
with
you
the
walk in
different colors?
and they give you they issue you or you can bring your own a pair of skull wireless or whatever Bluetooth. And a lot of times there'll be 3 rooms of DJs and you can to go to channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, so you can hear whatever DJ you're in the room with. And you hear what's going on, but you don't hear. It's what's weird is to take them off.
Because you don't feel the music.
No, you don't feel the music, and when you take them off, it's weird as fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, because
it's
there's
quiet.
It's like being in Zombieland. They're going to where everyone's deaf, or going to a rave for deaf people, I guess, because there's no sound. It's just shuffling.
You guys ever been to one?
No, but I'd kind of like to know.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
I don't
I-
think I've been to a rave. Maybe something similar, but
Yeah, they
Yeah.
usually have those at GMF every year.
Well, the concept of a silent rave is kind of like I don't understand why. I just don't get why.
As in
why.
sounds like
Noise.
Unless you're in a
ritual
hotel
with
room.
no
I mean,
noise.
It's like noise ordinance kind of thing, I imagine.
So listen to music, ignore the fact that there's
Yeah,
a
but I mean,
lot of
but
fucking
rave,
people
like,
you
I
don't
come
give
from
a
the
shit about
days-
around you.
I mean, like back in the day when Keoki and I would play like warehouse, stuff or in Nashville, we played the Cannery, and so it was in warehouses, with wooden floors and busted out windows, and we bought $500,000 worth of gear into a fucking rundown, decrepit warehouse.
I bet it was a blast.
It
Oh
was,
man!
though.
And the
I
bass,
bet that shit was
guaranteed.
so
the
lit.
bass would be so. When I was in Nashville, I played one at the place called the Cannery, and it was an old cannery, an old beer cannery, closed down. Big, huge red brick warehouse, busted out windows, train tracks behind it, old wooden floors, wooden support beams inside it, 2 levels. And it was my Crystal Method and myself and I forget who else. I think Josh Wink was playing there too. And this is way back, mid-90s, early 90s.
I'm thinking Crystal Method. They're
way back.
That's old.
Way back. This is even before they were even really big, huge.
Right.
And we were on the second floor, and I don't know, probably you're not going to be familiar, but there was an old trance song called Funk Defino back in the day by Gypsy. And it was the most popular trance that just started coming out. It was one of the most popular tracks. It was just a barn burner. And we put on Funk Defino. And there was probably 1,500, close to 2,000 people. It's a massive fucking counter. It's the size of a Walmart. And on the second floor, and the floor started, you could feel it bending. Because so many people were fucking going berserk in there, and we're like, the fucking floor's about to collapse.
Wait, for trance?
Huh?
For trance music?
Trance music up north is huge. Breaks don't exist really up there, or they probably do now. But back then, I didn't even know what breakbeats were until I moved down here. It's all trance. It was all trance. Wonder Twins, and this is the mid-90s. Trance music, it was actually, and all of it was called house music then. It didn't even have a genre.
House music.
It's called house music. House music was just electronic music. It was played late at night when everybody's rolling their ass off. And that's also when the double that's when the double Mitsubishis existed.
Shit!
Right, that's when they were just coming out. That's really when ecstasy was just first coming onto the scene. Period. Like nobody knew what in the hell is this Jesus drug. Yeah. So I mean, to take one, and they brought for 8 hours. Yeah. Done. Yeah, so that was just when it was hitting. Everything was hitting. Warehouse scenes were coming out. Keoki was rocking the limelight in New York. He was doing warehouse stuff, Kingfish in Louisiana. It's where Egyptian Lover, myself, Trenier, Debbie Deb, all those early people coming out and just that scene was just getting going.
Right.
And so you talk about freaking out. Yeah, we would put the DJ booth on concrete on the what do you call those things where the construction people work on?
The scaffolding.
Scaffolding. Yes, we had it on scaffolding. And the floor was dipping, man. It was just going. It was going like this every time the beat. And we, So that's the kind of shit I come from, the dirty warehouse stuff.
I mean, dude. I haven't been to a warehouse show in
Sounds like a good idea.
I haven't been to a warehouse show in 7 years, man.
Well,
it's been a long time. And
remember me telling you this. Just remember me saying this with the COVID stuff and all the bullshit. Even though DeSantis has lifted a lot of ours, I'm talking about just like nationwide. There's a lot of states still under bullshit. Club, no smoking, no this, no that, no this. Yeah. I think it's going to be the comeback. And I predicted the comeback of the drive-ins. I predicted that 6 months ago. I said drive-ins are going to be huge now, drive-in theaters. Yeah. And now comedy shows, drive-ins are huge now. I think the day of the warehouse rave is going to come back because things have to go underground a little bit.
I wanted to set up something during COVID when it first hit. I wanted to do an underground rave so fucking badly.
Yeah.
I could not find a location.
Oh, you couldn't find a locale?
I looked high. I talked to every EDM person I could think of, including Poet, who was completely useless.
No. He loves you.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, I was like, how fucking dope would that have been? 2 months into COVID lockdown, and you have a warehouse rave.
I think a lot of people would have loved that.
Yeah,
I think
that would have blown the fuck
I think
out.
They're going to come back. I think they're going to make a comeback because even the place I'm doing on the 30th. They have a warehouse, and we did a party there. It was a few months ago, still during COVID. Susie Solar played in the warehouse part, but it was so fucking hot in there, man.
Yeah.
People and then we had an air conditioned part and the warehouse part, and it was so fucking hot in there. Even with her playing, people were still just inside. They couldn't stay in there long.
Right.
So everything's going to be inside for the show on the 30th, but it kind of fucks my shit up a little bit because now my stage show is kind of like reduced down to,
Well, where is it that you're showing?
It's the 10th year anniversary, by the way. 10 years doing the Haunted Circus, which I've had Jacqueline Hyde. I've had all the big names there. It's going to be October 30th at the Emperor's, which is out on Adamo, and the back part of it, back where they do the events and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's myself and. One of our headliners is Mike D. I don't know if you remember him. He did that song "Come and Feel My Energy."
Oh yeah, I remember
Come
that.
And Feel My
Come and feel my
That's Mike D.
One of them joints.
Yeah. That's Mike. To be honest with you, when Breaky told me, that's who was one of the headliners. Where I didn't know. I was like, "Who's Mike D? Man, I don't know who that is." And he didn't tell me the song, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah, that's how it is."
So,
but no, I've been to Emperor's many a times.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled about it. I mean, but I'd rather. I mean, the location I'm not thrilled about. But
it's a strip club, so if you're going from something outdoor to indoor,
it's like you have an EDM event, but you have this strip club going on in the background, and it's just like I don't think those two worlds were ever meant to be together, and I don't even I don't bother talking about what I do sometimes, but I don't think those worlds were ever meant to be together.
I went to a show like 5 years ago, and they had it at a strip club.
Yeah,
and it was a metal bands, and it was like, this is so fucking weird.
I know.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
And I'm sitting here cutting my own show, but I mean, it's like I don't. It's just it doesn't feel the same. It's like here's these awesome DJs up here, and look, there's strippers right there on stage. Not down at strippers, but I'm just saying.
No, we love strippers.
We love strippers.
I love strippers.
We don't care. We just make our money because we need it.
Right. But I mean, if it wasn't for the strip industry, I wouldn't be able. That's my day job a lot of times. That's been. I've been 30 years. I've been falling back on that because it doesn't interfere with my touring. It doesn't interfere with my looks or anything. So.
So you do like DJing at the clubs?
Well, I'm the corporate entertainment director for 7 strip clubs here.
Oh,
that's my day job. Yeah.
That ain't too bad of a gig.
Yeah, I just got back from a strip club. Where do you think I got these two from? I literally pulled them right out of Class Act on Florida Avenue.
Let's go.
Class Act right up.
Class Act right up there on Florida Avenue. So go see them at Class Act. They're going to be back there in like an hour. You can go see them. Spend all your money on them.
I work at Pegasus sometimes. So.
Yeah, right next door. So Julie Bible comes over. She walks over. Julie walks over sometimes and says, "What's up?"
Entertainment.
Speaking to the microphone.
I was getting paid to actually be a go-go there because I'm a go-go too, but COVID kind of fucked
she was
that
at
up.
Pegasus for a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, but they didn't pay me enough to work there long enough.
Go dancing with Kurt.
Yeah, I went hard, and I'd get the
when
crowd
were you
together.
At Pegasus?
1922.
Before COVID happened. Really? So yeah, I was there for maybe 2 months.
Shit.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Look, those are tits.
Yep, they are.
They sure are. I thought I was looking at these. They look like tits. Nice.
Yeah, just in case
Class
anybody
Act-
gets stressed out.
Class Act isn't a
stretches
traditional
rub 'em.
strip club, though, right?
No, it's not.
Would you like to touch my titty?
Fancy, luxurious.
It's not.
I've been working there for 3 years on and off. I was just gone for 10 months due to the fact that I was pregnant and just had a baby, but now I'm back.
Do you know who the father is?
Yes, I know. You keep asking me that.
Sure.
Fuck you, Rob.
What's his name?
Who?
The father.
His name's Elijah.
And he's a piece of shit.
Say his name.
Elijah.
Nah, yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's weird to see in metal. You've seen extreme sports and metal mix. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hip hop in a strip club would make total sense to me. EDM. What mixes with EDM? What is the other?
Let me look at my boy Murderfly. Murderfly is one of my favorite bands.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that sings for Murderfly. He's a friend of mine. What's his name?
Bo?
Huh?
Bo, the vocalist?
Bo.
Yeah,
Bo
yeah.
Dinkins, man.
Yeah.
That's
Bo,
my boy,
what's up,
man.
Bo? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Bo? That's my boy, man.
Yeah, I know Bo.
Yeah, I know him too. He is a DJ, and actually he's a manager now in West Palm Beach of I forget the name of his club down there, but he's in the industry, adult, strip club industry. I mean, a lot of people that are in relatively good sized entertainment bands or when you don't gig every day if you're not fucking Iron Maiden. I mean, you're gonna have to have a job to fall back on, and that's pretty much the closest thing to making money that you can do without having to alter your looks or that it's flexible with your tour schedule or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get into the strip club business years ago. I wanted to open one, and then I was looking at licensing and what you would need for startup, and I was I just don't have this right now. So I always look at other ways to do it. Actually, I kind of like the job that you got because I'm guessing your only job is just to provide entertainment. To
what
clubs,
I do
right?
is I DJ on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night down there.
Class Act?
Yeah, sure do. Right up the
What?
street. Yeah,
Dude, you're right next to me, man. I've been a
Julie Bible walks over all the time. So what's up, Julie? She walks over and says what's up all the time.
All right, I'll stop.
Yeah,
there.
we're buddies. It's like and if I need to, and I've been working with John Belmont as a manager down there for 10 years. So it's like he knows my schedule. He comes from the rock background, Atlantic, touring with rock bands and all over the world, and so he understands. That's why we work together so well. So he understands the other side of things. Mm-hmm. And I don't really promote. I don't crossbreed the two. You'll never see anything online. You're not going to find anything on my Facebook page regarding the industry, regarding me, because it's just something I sort of like to keep separate. Because one has nothing to do with the other.
Right.
Those people don't give two shits about what I do, and I don't give two. It's like it's like it doesn't mix.
Right.
So back to that point at hand, it's kind of weird. Having these events at Emperor's, which is a great place. And, you know, it's a good setup, but it's just it's kind of weird. You know, I don't know.
Well, it's.
But you know what's funny? Watching the girls on stage that knowing good and goddamn well they don't dance to anything that we're playing, none of that fucking music. They're up there going, they're like, "What?" And there's nothing they can do about it.
If you're not used to like, you know, the breakdowns and all that shit, then that would throw people off.
Yeah, wait till they play drum and bass there. Yeah.
I'm going to go there on the 30th now.
Hey, you guess you know your guest list, man.
Yeah,
Put you and Serge on the guest list, man. Come on,
sweet.
You guys could, if you wanted to go live on your thing, you go live on your station here and broadcast it.
We the guy that Ali works for JR, a guy named JR.
All right.
Do you know JR? Have you ever met him?
I think he's the guy that came in, right?
Did someone shoot him on a soap opera back in the 80s?
I think so. No, I think that was Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Good reference, Chick. So you know we're old.
Everybody's like, huh? Yeah,
they're like,
I got you.
That was
I got you.
He
got me.
I totally forgot where I was going with that.
Talking about
JR.
Oh yeah, no JR. But JR used to run Emperors.
Oh, okay.
JR used to manage it
I got you.
before he went to 5-Star, because I know Adam too. I don't know if you.
Adam owns the Brock Bar down in Ybor, and he also owns the Gold Club, and he owns Emperors.
Yeah, that's my co-host. She works for Adam in Ybor.
Yeah.
And she just started picking up a couple shifts over at Emperors too, so you might even get to see her there.
Maybe if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't. It's just a mix of it's kind of a clash of the Titans, I guess.
But so if you were to take two, like, not directly connected things, what would EDM go with? Because outside of like drugs, because you can use drugs at any show.
Woods.
I mean, it goes good with
in the woods.
It goes good with
EDM. Like you walk through the woods. If it's like a festival when you're listening to EDM and walking through the woods.
I don't know. I think it goes good with green beans and macaroni and cheese.
Oh my god!
I like to eat that when I'm doing. No,
Fair enough. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, it's its own crowd, you know. I mean, it's its own thing. Take for instance the Castle. That's my main crowd, the industrial crowd,
right.
The Castle, but you take that crowd and like they're, you know, even like with Combi Christ, you had them at Pegasus. Pegasus is a great place, great club, but it's kind of that. How is that going to go down? How's that going to? Because I know Casey I think it was Casey Baldwin and DJ Tommy Tampa. You know Tommy Tampa from the Castle?
I know Casey Baldwin.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were it was some kind of night they were doing at Pegasus, which was a gothic industrial type of night. And I don't know how it went. I mean, I don't know how things like that go over at a club, at that kind of club versus
they had
the Castles. Two different crowds of people.
They I think it was like the third Sunday of every week or every month or some shit. They would have the Dominion crowd.
Yeah, Dominion. That's what it was called.
Dominion
right.
was like your Castle crowd, pretty
right?
Yeah, you got Ravens and Rockers right there.
Yeah, Sheena's a good friend of mine. I love Sheena Wiley.
Yeah.
That's where I get all my clothes at Ravens and Rockers. Most of them, yeah.
Hi,
Sheena Wiley and her mom, Miss Wiley.
I've been in there a couple times, and I was like, you know,
I spent so much money.
If I was a girl, this would definitely be my only place I would shop at.
Well, you know, I'm a girl 2 days a week, maybe. I don't know. No,
fair enough.
They have that. When they opened that store, because before then I used to be sponsored by the Fetish Factory down in Fort Lauderdale by Glenn and all them.
I know Glenn.
You know Glenn?
I used to live in
We
Fort
know so
Lauderdale.
many people together, man.
Yeah,
we should totally go on a date. I'm just kidding. No, Glenn they used to sponsor me. So all my big shows in Miami and down in Fort Lauderdale were all being sponsored by the Fetish Factory. I used to do their annual Halloween ball. Oh, yeah. Biggest crowd I've ever fucking played in front of. One of them.
Yeah, I went to one.
Dude,
of them
3,000 people, man.
Awesome.
3-level thing, man. And I was the headliner.
Was it the club on the beach?
It's Route 66. Used to be Route 66 at Fort Lauderdale.
Was that
huge?
Was that on the beach?
It's kind of on the beach. Yeah, huge fucking place, man.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Glenn would book me for a lot of his Fetish Factory shows down there, and that's why I would go close shot while I was there, because you can get shit like that up here. And when Sheena and her mom opened up Ravens and Rockers, I was like, thank God, man. It's the only game in town for hot.
There used to be a place. Someone told me it was called Punk something. It was somewhere Punk, and it was somewhere in Hillsborough. But it was like Punk Closet, not Plato's Closet, but like Punk Closet or something. Anarchy Closet.
Oh, Anarchist Closet. Yeah, the Anarchist Closet.
Yeah, that was the place someone told me about.
They had a brick and mortar business for a while, but it was mostly online stuff. But it was,
well, their brick and mortar was in Tampa, though.
Yeah, I think so. But it was only, it was mainly like, I don't know, it's sort of strippery sort of stuff. I mean, more like S&M. I mean, I don't know, you know.
BDSM kind of like
BDSM stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that's kind of what the Fetish Factory was.
that's
at least
Fetish,
emotionally.
Fetish Factory was kind of. They had that store. One, it was two. You know, they had this
Yeah.
on one side where you could get gag balls and dildos, and then on the other side you could get badass leather pants and whatever.
Yeah.
But I used to buy all my shit down there, and then up here now I go see Sheena and them at Ravens and Rockers.
Yeah,
her
Glenn-
mom's a tree. You ever met Sheena's mom? She runs a
don't
store.
know.
Oh, she's so nice.
I
love her.
I'm sure I have that. Might not just not
She's
recognize her.
awesome.
But yeah, the Glenn's rule with the Fetish Factory is you have to look the part. You can't
Have
just
to.
go there. You can't just go there and like
Strict dress code
I couldn't
entry.
go there then.
Strict dress code entry.
So when I remember the first time I went to the Fetish Factory and I'm like, what the fuck do I wear?
A little to nothing.
It took some browsing. It took a while. And I ended up just going Leatherfest. I was like, fuck it.
I remember I did it was their Halloween ball, and it was the one at 66. It was had been headlining their balls for
There you go.
for like 2 years before that. But this was like the biggest. This was fucking huge, man. And it was a 3-level thing. It's like when you were on the stage, it was like an amphitheater. You're on the stage, and then they had this second balcony thing up here and mezzanine up here. So you're looking up the 3 levels of people. It's just packed.
Right.
And I'm Ashhole, one of my dancers. She's in Seattle now, one of my dancers. And this was her first time to go out in front of a big crowd, or really her second time ever to be on stage. Mm-hmm. Her and Nikiski Noir. I don't know if you know Nikiski Noir. She does a lot of Jason Feeman stuff and submission parties at the Castle and up in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. She had never been on stage before in front of a lot of people. So they go out there, we do the show, we're on stage, but boom, they're doing great. Pyros, fire, shit going crazy, chainsaws, blood, the whole 9 yards. And they did great. We go back to the dressing room after the show, and I was like, you guys did great. You weren't nervous or anything? I mean, all this was like 3,000 people out there. They took a bag of shrooms, both of them, before they went on stage. I'm like, how in the fuck did you just do that? I said, there's no way in Satan's hell that I could have gone on stage on a bag of shrooms. Not a couple, a bag of shrooms.
I don't think they figured out how
they were
did
just
it.
like, I mean, but they did great. But I was like, holy shit.
Yes, if you need to calm the nerves, that's a bag
They
of
said it
shrooms
really
will
didn't hit them
fucking-
until they got into the dressing room. Then they started losing their minds. But I mean, I was just like, man, you're more of a man than me. You guys have balls.
I wouldn't fucking do that.
I would've-
Unless we do a Flowhio shroom show.
I would have just walked off the stage and probably wandered out onto the highway and I
Probably
was on the beach.
forget that
Wow,
we're doing
man.
a show.
Right.
I just had this hallucination. I was on stage for all these people, man. Jesus Christ.
That would be hilarious. Poet told me he did some shit like that once.
I couldn't do
Where he
it.
left the fucking booth for 45 minutes to go bang some chick out. I was like, bro, how are you getting paid? And then leave your job for 45 minutes, just go bang some chick, and then and what's that say about EDM when you can just press play, leave for 45 minutes?
That's why I do my stuff half live and half, and that's why I love fuck-ups. I love train wrecks. I fucking love them. Mm-hmm. When I say train wreck, I mean blowing the circuitry in the whole place or stuff like that. I mean, and in my show, people have said it's like watching a NASCAR race. You don't watch it for the race, you watch it for the wrecks. And so there's always going to be something that's going to go wrong. I blew my finger off at one show. I mean, I got rushed to the emergency room. I've been blown hands off, burned stuff. I blew out half the power in South Beach one time because we were doing this massive thing. It set the fire alarms off at 4 buildings. Damn. And literally the power shut down at like 9 or 10 clubs on South Beach. The whole fucking block shut down. And, but anyway, that tells you it's live. That means it's real. That means what I'm doing is fucking what I'm doing. If something fucks up, obviously I'm not on the fucking sync button. I'm doing it live. So I like the rawness of being live and hiccups here and there and stuff like that, or blowing my finger off. Or,
you hear artists talk about it too in the studio when and rock artists talk about this a lot where they won't they do the raw mic. So they won't have covers over it, and they say it's because you get a more raw sound. You get a significantly more I don't know the word I'm looking for is raw sound. So I imagine if you're on stage and you're a performer, having those little fuck ups, that's got to kind of keep it interesting.
You do, man. I mean,
there's no perfect show.
No,
that I've ever seen.
There's never perfect, and the imperfections are what makes it fucking. That's what makes it live. I mean, I've never done a show with a shirt or anything like that on. And it's not because I'm trying to be sexy or fucking, because I'm not. Trust me. Mm-hmm. It's because I sweat so much, and when you sweat, people don't understand when you're dripping on your gear. When I touch that mixing board to mix the next song, I'm getting shocked the fuck out of my hands. I'm getting a big jolt, and you just tough it out. Right. But when you start getting sweat on there, it electrifies the all your slides, and so you're getting shocked every time you touch your board. I cringe when I'm mixing a song because I'm going.
Is it really that? Is it really that intense?
Told me that before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
What the hell?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people say, well, don't you know there's a ground button on the back? You just fucking ground your board out. That doesn't. I don't do all that shit. I ain't got time for that.
So you don't wear gloves? You don't wear rubber gloves? Nothing?
I just get shocked.
Fuck it.
I mean,
He does
When
crazier things than get shot.
yeah, I mean, it's like just like with the heat from the pyros and the fire and stuff. I mean, you can feel it, but you just deal with it.
Damn, dude. I mean, that's.
I did.
fucking intense.
I finished
like that.
I finished the song with half a finger when I blew my finger off. Literally, it was this part of this finger was on the CDJ over here. It was I
that's
blew it
gross.
off, and so
Shit.
it was just nothing there. And I finished the song, and I'm doing keyboards during the song, so I finished it before I went. God damn, and grabbed a big burning, flaming fire cover thing. I don't know what it was. The band that opened for me didn't read the rider right, and they fucking put all their shit behind my riser. When I told them not to, there's pyros back there, and it blew up and caught their shit on fire. It almost burned down the amphitheater.
Oh, that's their own fucking fault.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
it is. So
Fuck
I had a fire retardant on about 10 grand worth of gear on stage. It looked like a Miami Coke party went off up there. I mean, it's fucking on everything. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Didn't the amphitheater already get burned?
And I got blamed for
So
that.
it wasn't you?
No.
And you
when the
did
amphitheater,
get blamed.
when the
What
amphitheater
the fuck?
actually really did burn down, it was a few years after that show. But I got such a reputation for being the guy that almost burned the amphitheater down that when it did burn down, I was tagged in so many joke posts, about that I was trending in the news feed on Facebook. In the real news, I was trending because I got tagged in so many posts.
That's fucking.
Rob
legit.
Gibbons was playing the amphitheater last night.
I burned the motherfucker
You
down.
fuck up.
Oh, I didn't know Rob Gibbons was in town. He was in town. But I was actually trending. I was like, holy shit, I didn't do it.
That's fucking legit.
I put Shaggy out. I wasn't me.
So you said that you're doing studio work with our friend here, and what's your name again?
Harley Quinn.
Is it really Harley Quinn? Or
No.
Is it, okay.
No, it's
We're gonna
Melba.
go with her stage name then.
Melba Smith.
Melba Smith.
No, she's
I like
working
that
on
better.
singing up and coming stuff. I mean, it'll be a while, but I mean, she's working on
It'll
some
be a
singing
while.
and stuff.
So what are you going for? Like Rihanna type thing or?
Actually, everything is appealing to me. I like, Ray Charles, how Ray Charles did like the sinful and like mixed jazz.
Has it been going up
with
and down? Have we
gospel.
ever
Yeah,
I want to do
been
that with
so
like
cute.
People go in and
Indian
out,
trap
right?
music
Yeah,
or Russian
a
trap
lot.
and like
Yeah, we've been
combine the
comment?
two just because
A few.
the way they work their voices
Sure.
and the way they write their
Sure.
music is all fucking amazing.
Someone's
And if
like,
you just
"Come, Sergio
combine
said
one
hi."
thing you
Oh,
like
Sergio's
with another
right there.
thing that
Sergio.
sounds
Someone
good,
said to tell you hi.
it always comes
Gabriel
out like
Lopez?
extra, So
Yeah.
I always thought about
I have
that.
to see him.
So you're going
I know too many people.
for both an EDM effect and a singer
sure.
songwriter
All
kind
of
effect.
it, like rock. Rock. I always like looking up rock, guitar, instrumental, trap, like the mix between the two, because like Post Malone and then Ozzy and all that shit. It's when you combine it with something else, there's just some way to tweak it to make it sound unbelievable, like impossibly unheard before.
Right.
Unbelievable.
So
Shut
what
the
are
fuck up.
so what are you doing? What are you doing with her? Are you just
Standing there.
yeah?
No, I'm
No,
just,
he
looking
gives
pretty.
me tips.
no,
He actually gives me tips.
I get in her face, and I mean,
sets
when
me
he
up
kind of teaching vocals, sort of, you just give him what to do, range, what to do. Here's your songs. Work on these songs. Don't fuck around. Don't try to do this, do that. Try this song. No. You find your range. You find your zone. You get 5 songs, 6 songs, and you work on the same songs every day because your voice is an instrument. It's a muscle, so you have to tune it. You have to tone it. And when you adjust it to wherever your range is, you have to find that first. When you find that, you stay in that zone. It's like I'm not going to go sing, Judas Priest songs. So you have to find your zone. You stay in that zone, and you're going to get sick of hearing those songs. But your voice is getting adjusted to that, and it knows where to go. I know she gets sick of hearing the same fucking 10 songs every night I sing.
No, he hates it though because I don't listen. I'm always
she
like,
doesn't pay
I want to
attention.
do one thing, and then I'm like, I want to listen to and try like a whole nother
But you're not.
genre.
But that doesn't get you anywhere. You're
Well,
just
it
fucking.
helps
You're
me
just messing around.
Tweak around with my own voice
Which
because I
is
don't
good.
have just one voice. I feel like we all have more than one.
I'm schizophrenic.
We just gotta find the one that it helps others hear the most.
Once you find your lane, you
You'll
have to,
You'll
you
get
have to,
there.
you have to stay in your
Practice
lane.
makes perfect.
You have to
Well,
stay
I
in-
like to practice alone around people not listening.
And I
Okay.
make her get in my face because the first thing to do is get over the stage stuff too. I get right in someone's
Scream
face,
right in
and I
Rob's
make eye
fucking
contact
face.
with you, and I look into your eyes the whole time, and I'll sing a love song. I'll sing
Oh,
right
God.
to you, Henry Protégé. And I'm not going to get out of your face the whole time. I'm not going to break eye contact. We're going to fall in love, man. Yeah.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
that's what I tell her. I tell her, I said, the way to get over stage fright is to get in someone's face and just look. You got to look them in the face the whole fucking song.
I just want to
and
close
if
my
you can
eyes.
do that
and
with
you're not
one
there.
person, you can do
Pretend
that
like
with
they're all in
100,000
their
people.
underwear,
you know?
like everybody tells you.
So you
I just
mean like
pretend
when you're
they're
on
not there like
stage, you
I
pick out
normally
one
do.
person?
Not on stage and practicing. When you're
Oh.
just when you're learning how to
Right.
sing. That's the way to get over stage fright and stuff. You get right in someone's face, and someone that's awkward that you know that you know, like I was just serenading you with a love song,
Right.
and you just get right and you don't break eye contact, and that gives you confidence. It feels that makes you. For confident in what you're doing, and
You're not
and
wrong.
for that
It's like
I've always
dancing.
said, it's easier for me to get in front of 5,000 people. I feel perfectly comfortable at home, half naked, up there doing my thing. But if I'm in front of 2 people,
Yeah, that's every musician I've ever heard says
Yeah,
that.
because the feedback is very limited, and you're
right,
like,
it's kind of awkward, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like to get out in crowds. Like when I'm done with my show, I don't go out. I don't like to be out in the crowd because I don't like being around. You know, it's not just.
No, if you're doing your performance on stage, you need to be on stage.
Right,
Plus,
right.
then you got to mix and do
It's
all
always
that shit
harder too, and even when you play in front of the smaller crowds, sometimes it's just, it's kind of weird. You know, I'd rather be in front of 10,000 people.
Yeah, I would rather, if I was a performer, I'd rather have a shitload of people because then even if you fucking bomb and they're booing you, there's still some energy there that you can kind of maybe
That's what
live
you feed
yourself
off of.
feed off.
That's the
I
whole
just want to
thing.
provide a blunt for everyone, so I can just it can be an apology if it is shit, but we can also just vibe out and relax to some good
Never apologize.
instrumentals and remixes and shit that I just made.
There you go.
Instead of
Never
just the vocal.
apologize. I never apologize for anything. If I did it, I meant to do it. If it was an accident, it's part of the show.
happens.
Yeah, I don't ever
I
apologize.
blew down. I took out multiple places on South Beach. Fuck it, it was a part of the show.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
man.
that was supposed
I
to
had
fucking
the whole
happen,
fire
get on
department
it.
show up at the whole fire department showed up at what was the name of that venue I played? It was a concert venue down there. It was I forget the name of it. That's when we set off the fire alarms and on the streets of South Beach.
Yeah.
And set them off at like the string. They're all connected. Had the fire trucks out front, ambulances, all kind of shit, man. Then that's when the power grid went out. Like the whole fucking
I think
the
that's
whole
so legit.
block was out of power,
It's
man.
hilarious.
Fucking awesome.
And Robert Frost, he was my promoter down there. He comes up to me. He goes, "Motherfucker, you just fucking shut down half of South Beach." And I said, he goes, "Fucking, it's awesome, man." And he walked in. Eventually, it came back on. The crowd's still there. You know, they were in the dark. You know, and they love that. We're just like, talk
You
amongst
shut
yourselves.
down fucking
Yeah.
South
It's
Beach,
so
man. Fuck
communicate.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of it's one of those stories, man. It's fucking holy shit.
So what about you? Outside of dancing, are you a performer as well, or
No, I'm not. I would like to dabble into music.
no?
I've only been telling Rob that for the past 3 years.
And what is it?
Rob.
What is it that you would do in music?
I want to get, like, this... It's like something that Rob has. He used it to make beats.
Oh, like
to,
the
like,
MPC?
make your own songs, but it's colorful. It's got, like, colors and
Yeah, the
stuff.
MPC.
It's the MIDI thing, right?
Yeah, well, they got
I don't
the
know
MPC
what they're called,
The
but I
MPCs
know
are the ones
what
with the
it
buttons
is.
that you
I
push.
mean,
yeah.
I know what it looks like.
It's
so.
called an 808. Roland
Okay,
808.
well, you know what it's
Sponsored
called. You're
by
the
Dynamix
DJ.
2. They're one of the sponsors from 808. Roland 808. Look for
Word.
them, Dynamix 2.
You get one of them.
So that's what you would try to do, and try
Yeah.
to just basically put
I
up
would
beat
like to
kind of
try to
stuff.
make my own beats before I try and, like, sing or anything like that.
Oh, there you go. She can make beats for your fucking
That's what
for
I
your
was
song.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
There you
And
go.
then you could have Rob there, who will do a lot.
Cameraman.
Stand there and yell at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you already do that.
You already yell at us.
What the fuck
You know,
are you
dude,
doing?
If you got to crack a whip, man, sometimes you got to crack a whip.
Yeah,
man.
every
What
once
I
in
do
a
is
while.
I act like I'm not. I act like I'm
Yeah,
not
but don't get
listening.
scared when I crack a white.
I
Right
act
back.
like I'm not listening or something. I'll like go and turn on, just wander around the studio and act like I'm not paying attention, but really I'm paying attention.
Oh.
And I'll just scream
Little-
from another
little,
room.
Little,
Hey!
Well,
little reverse psychology on them.
yeah, trying to reverse psychology.
I like it. It works.
Yellow psychology.
Yeah.
I thought your name
Hello.
was Henry Protogenes. I swear to God. When I was
Henry the
I'm
Eighth.
ADHD, so I read
Henry
things
the
in all one big block. You know, so it's
I
just
am,
like
I
Henry
am.
Protogenes. Protege Incorporated.
Prodige Inc. Incorporated.
Prodige.
Prodige Inc. Prodige Incorporated.
And if that doesn't work out, you could get a tattoo parlor, call it Protege Inc.
You know,
It's a good idea.
I want 15%.
Not bad.
I'm
I
good.
used to be a piercing artist, man,
Yeah.
and honestly, you couldn't pay me enough money to go back to that
Oh,
industry.
yeah?
I want to be a tattoo artist.
You were a piercing artist?
Yeah.
How many dicks did you pierce during your whole career?
Maybe a dozen.
A dozen?
In
How
2
was
years.
that? How was that?
Wow.
How do you get past a dick?
2
to
dozen.
pierce-
How is
How do you get
that?
over
must
that?
be weird.
How do you get over
I
that
don't know.
past
Honestly-
a dick? to pierce
honestly,
a dick?
I'll be
How do
totally-
you hold a man's cock in your hand?
Yeah, and just
I'll
not
be-
get turned on.
And not get turned on.
Well, I
Yeah,
did
he
get
took it
turned
to
on
another level.
every time. Every time. No,
Does the
honestly,
guy-
I can straight up tell you. I can honestly tell
Kill
you,
me.
the guys' male genital piercings were the easiest ones. Women were the most disgusting fucking things that would.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
looks like
yeah,
a roast
women are
turkey most of the
disgusting.
time. You
No,
just
it's
don't even
not
know
even
what
look.
it's looking at.
I worked at a beach shop, so they would be in the
Oh, it's gonna be
fucking.
hot. Ugh.
They'd be in the water, having all
drunk.
fishy vagina.
Oh, marinated. Oh, marinated.
Yeah. And then they come in and be like, "Pierce my fucking hood," and I'd be like, "It's fucking disgusting."
Why don't you clean that fucking thing before I
Every-
touch it? How about that?
And they want to get some
Every
fucking
single time that a guy came in, you could tell he scrubbed the fuck out of his dick in the shower. Women come in, it was
But I
like,
mean,
"Yeah, I just
okay,
got out of the gym."
I've got so many questions,
pussy.
baby. Okay, so did a guy ever moan while you were doing it? And start moaning?
I would hope not.
You
Okay.
put a
Well,
needle through someone's
have
dick,
you-
they're screaming. They're not.
Did a guy
Have
ever
you
get
had
a
a woman moan though?
Did a guy ever get a
Okay.
rager while you were
It's
doing it?
more of a
Raging hard on
natural
while you were doing it? When you touched his dick?
No, never got.
Come
her.
on, really?
No, she just asked. A woman did orgasm once.
What about whenever? Have you ever had a woman whenever you pierce her tits?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's women. I want to talk about
I
the
think it's a
dicks.
women thing.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to picture Henry, this big rough and
Randy
tumble,
Wood in your
fucking
head.
muscle tattooed, tough motherfucker
Sitting
piercing
there
your dick.
Taking a dick.
God
honestly,
damn.
honestly, it was the dicks were
You
dicks
can
were the
pierce
easy
them
ones.
whether they're hard or soft. Does it
Yeah.
matter? Oh.
No, I wouldn't pierce a
I wouldn't
hard-
pierce a hard dick.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering about what
I
kind
don't know
of.
how that
there's a
works.
certain
I
level of
mean-
gay that I wasn't
So you're
level.
gonna have to wait, sir. You can go to the bathroom.
Well, I'm just
and
wondering
handle
what.
your business.
There's the other side of that coin too. Like, what kind of level of person that has given up on life wants to get a fucking piercing in their dick? I don't get. You had to.
Someone
Why
that's
did you give up? Who
obsessed
hurt
with
you?
head.
Who hurt you?
Had a
Who
cousin
hurt you?
had
Who
his
hurt you?
I had-
The piercer.
But what is the
So-
purpose in that? Tell me one good
All
reason.
right, so when I first got it done,
For any reason, anybody
What-
else
No.
gets
Wait,
pierced,
God.
you
what do you
like
mean
it,
you first
want
got it done?
Here's my dick. I want to stab it.
You pierced yours?
I didn't pierce my own, no, but I got it done. Yeah.
I was sure
When
I
I
could
first-
stab my dick.
When I
Did
first
I-
got it done, I got 5 piercings, and that was way too much. 'cause
On your dick or
4 on, 1 above.
Oh.
What about when it gets hard? Because when it gets hard, the
I don't
piercing
know.
Stretch
That's
more?
fine.
stretches.
What the
and-
shit?
Honestly,
fuck.
dude,
So,
no,
like,
the Prince
does
Albert
that-
can go fuck itself. Fucking Prince Albert, the
I don't even know what
retarded
that
don't. It comes out of the end. But the Frenum Pier, the Jacob's Ladder, that was like
That's what my cousin had.
the Jacob's Ladder felt so fucking good.
No, it didn't.
No, yes,
No,
it
it didn't.
no, getting pierced, no, but afterwards, you got all that fucking sensation now.
I wonder if there's a
I
guy that
was
wants his
constantly-
balls.
Benefited
Dude,
you
for a
in
street-
sex
Is
or
it
what?
For
possible?
a week straight, I was fucking seriously turned on because you just kept feeling rubbing on your dick all the time.
So it's this constant
Like
stimulus.
metal.
God.
So
Yeah.
it's like cold metal. That makes sense.
Is your
No, it
dick
wasn't-
Is it pierced? Is it surge?
But it
Are you
wasn't.
Hold it back.
I mean-
Throw up in your mouth. Like
I'm
that a
not.
little
I'm
bit?
not about that. No.
I can't. I can't. I don't
You think-
even know.
do you
I
think
can't
it's
even. I
possible to
can't even
pierce?
address that.
It's not.
I don't like girls with tits pierced. I don't like girls with clits pierced. I
Yeah,
don't think
you
because
said
it
that
shouldn't be
plenty of
there.
times.
It wasn't there. Satan didn't put it there to begin with. It doesn't need to be there. I don't want to suck a BB. Come on.
I never minded a hood piercing.
Well, you're
actually.
pierced. Come
Is
on.
it possible to pierce the balls? I'm really curious.
Probably the
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of different ways
There's
you
a
can
lot
pierce
of
balls.
skin around there.
You ever
No.
heard of a guy wanting to pierce his
No.
balls?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You can because your balls.
Maybe
are
not
like this.
pierce through
There's
the
other
You
ball.
can pierce.
piercings,
Say
Rob.
this is
Huh?
your
There's
testicles.
other
You can pierce.
piercings.
Yeah, not
You can
balls.
pierce here. You can pierce, and then you got.
Yeah,
the
it's
Surprised
like
how many
a fucking
people like
clitoris.
this.
But you can go like
I made my girlfriend take hers
from
out.
almost the tape.
A lot of people like it.
I'm sure they do.
So you can just create.
So
a
it's
hole.
like a little
do.
treasure.
I got
surprise,
my
I
tongue
guess.
pierced
Yeah.
because I liked
Lift
it.
up and see what's
Okay,
there.
You can,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
like-
can
I
stretch
kissed
it. You can
somebody
like.
and
There
I
are
liked
people
the
who
way
put their
it
hand
felt, so
through
I
it.
went and got mine
There are
done.
people who are
Oh,
split
God.
their dicks.
Whoa!
What?
You know? You never
Split
heard of
dick
splitting the
syndrome.
dick?
Oh, no.
Sorry, so this is your
I
dick,
don't
and they
wanna know.
cut it.
Wait, time out.
I don't know how we got here, but we're here.
I don't, it's apparently it fucking feels great.
Apparently,
I don't know. I had some friends who like they just did the bottom of
It's
their
like
head.
a Twix factory. Do you don't right Twix or left Twix?
Like how people.
I just
And
don't
then there's
get
people that
how
want
because
both.
they say when you get erect, then it
Like
goes
people
apart.
split
So
their
how do you
thumbs,
keep
like,
it together to
like
fuck
that.
one
Weird.
wrong?
You could fucking.
Rubber band or something?
I like condom.
The
condom keeps
the
it
condom
together?
is the only way you can keep your dick together. But apparently, it feels really good.
Oh, that's
I
weird.
don't know. That was too hardcore
Two
for me. I
thumbs.
couldn't do that.
I can't even. No, just no. Just no on all of it.
Yeah,
no.
no.
Just vote no.
Yeah, that's
Rob,
a no for me.
Rob, we still got some time. I'll pierce your dick
Just
live on
vote.
air.
Just-
Oh, yeah.
just-
Okay.
Okay.
Man, you would
We'll,
have
use,
to
we'll
have.
use an earring.
I
It's
would
the
pay
same
to
thing.
see that.
You would have to have. I don't even know.
No, don't even give them the opportunity to fulfill
I can't
that.
even imagine. I remember when I was in the hospital, I blew my finger off. I've never been into needles and never done all those kind of drugs. Never been into opioids and all that kind of shit. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. When I was in the emergency room, I was in triage. Now, keep in mind, I'm still smoldering. I've got a burnt head. I've got a pentagram on my back, 5-point pentagram upside down. And on Halloween night, all the black nurses in there thought I was Satan himself that had come out of the hell. Because the doors open to the hospital, and they're having
This guy's on fire.
These were Afro American Bible toting Southern Baptist Christian women in there in Tampa General,
Yeah.
and they was like, "Lord, child, honey, oh no, oh hell no!" That's what they were like. Oh hell no! They scattered because I walked through the door, I got black makeup on my face,
I
I'm
can see
smoking.
that happening.
My things are smoldering on my arm. I got blood hanging down. I'm all bloody. And I'm like, it's a pentagram on my back, no shirt on. Don't picture it. Yeah, on Halloween night.
That's fucking so.
Satan came to visit. They thought they scattered. So anyway, a couple of doctors came up to me to triage, and I'm laying in there. I remember Robot Chicken was on the TV up there for some reason, and he goes, "Okay, now we're about to hit you with a cocktail. It's going to be, I think it was like what's the heart Dilaudid and something else. I don't know." And he put it in my arm, and I was like, all right. And, I'm watching Robot Chicken, and it's like, and Shani, my girlfriend at the time, she's like, "Do you feel okay?" And it was all of a sudden, it was like, "Do you feel okay?" And I was like, it was like a body orgasm. I was like, holy shit. I said, but now I get the whole, why you're a heroin addict, how these people, I understand, the feeling. They say it's chasing the dragon after that, but that first time, I get it. I understand. And they have a button you hit right there whenever the pain gets there. Oh, man, it was a heaven button.
Yeah.
And so you hit it. There you go again. And I hit it, I think, 12 times. And my hospital bill was $22,000
Whoa.
for the whole everything. But every time you hit that button, it was $150. $150.
Are you serious?
$150.
No
$150.
way.
When I-
$150.
When I lost my legs, I hit that button so many fucking
I
times.
bet you
dude.
did.
It probably.
I'm talking about my finger get blown off. He lost his fucking legs. It was like, there's no competition.
No,
but
they
still,
gave-
you know
they
what I'm
gave
talking
you a
about?
fucking
You know what I'm
morphine
talking
drug,
about,
yeah.
right? $150. $150. So yeah, I had a pretty nice little bill bar tab at the end of the whole
That's
thing.
fucking bullshit, because for a whole lot cheaper, you can just
Yeah.
go to some shitty street in fucking Tampa and
Well,
get the same thing.
they put me on the green. What's the most powerful one? The OxyContin. Green OxyContins, right? They gave me a week's worth after I got out. And I remember, for a week, boy, I had a great time. I'm mowing the yard, I'm painting the house. I'm like, you need anything done? All right. Because I'm ADHD, so pain pills, I'm like wired off my ass, feeling great. That Saturday rolls around. I was laying in bed, and I remember I'll never forget. And this is why I don't do opioids, because this is like the night after the last one. Mm-hmm. I had to I was shaking in bed. I was shaking because every muscle in your body is just like, it's an unexplainable torture. Mm-hmm. And I literally had to go out in the middle of the living room floor and lay on the hard floor, and I shook all night long. I had to literally shake.
Oh, the withdrawal?
Yeah, I had to shake. I had to shake myself and my legs just to keep that feeling that it's god awful. I can't explain it. Yeah. And I understand what people are withdrawing off that shit too. It is the worst feeling in the world. It's not pain. It's just this. You can't explain it, man.
Yeah, you can't sit still.
Oh, I would. That's why I do not do opioid. I could never get hooked on it because I don't fucking care. No way.
I had 2 major surgeries in 2017, man. I had to go through 9 withdrawals because of that. That shit's
the worst, man.
And so you're talking about laying on the. I used to do the
like,
same thing because you're always hot.
Yeah, hot.
It's fuck. So you're like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna go lay on the floor and
lay on
down.
you want to lay on something hard surface. It's like,
and you're creating a pool of sweat everywhere you go.
If you could just get like 4 or 5 big guys to punch you,
miserable.
you'd feel great. If they would just punch you and
punch me in the face,
punch me
guys.
all over and just pound on me, man, for about 10 hours, and I'll be all right. Just get your ass kicked. That's a good way to come in. Go get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I'll never want to go through that again, man. But that's why, kids, you don't do opioids.
You girls do drugs?
Stay with opioids. They're stoners. They smoke the shit out
I
of it.
smoke a
Marijuana.
lot of weed.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, we're
Tell you
happy.
what.
She's
We're actually just really freaking tired from the long.
well, she's
I've had 2 surgeries myself, and I never even took my pain pills when they were given to me. I just gave them away, to be
smart.
honest with
Yeah.
you.
Gave them away. You could've made
Epidural
some
though
money.
Yeah,
was like my
good.
greatest high of all time. The epidural.
the what?
That doesn't
Epidural.
count as a surgery, though.
Wait, you're
Yeah,
a
but
mom?
it counts as a damn high.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
I just
I don't
had
like
one,
to.
so
I asked
mean,
him how
I
my
know.
kid was doing right
I've
when she
had
was
2
born.
of
Like,
them
what?
already.
I don't. And if you've noticed, I don't hang. Like I've got a 0 drug policy with my shroom taking dancers. No, but I just don't like. I don't hang around. I don't like hanging around people that are like strung out and hooked on shit.
Nah, I remember you saying that when
Yeah,
I've done
I
my
can't
fair
deal with.
share
I can't
of
deal with
things,
it.
but no,
Weed,
I
I don't
don't
care,
do
but everything else, I don't deal with.
Yeah.
But she's that type that will smoke all my weed, and then she'll get a
When
bag
I'm
of weed,
working.
and she'll
Not
she'll
even-
she'll go,
not
"Don't
even
touch
let
my
you-
weed."
Yep.
I'm like, "What are you talking? Don't
Wow.
you touch my
What?
weed?"
Harley Quinn's
you always
stingy as
see
fuck.
No. He will always never
That's her.
smoke because he's like, I can't
I
do
don't
it
smoke
because
that
I'm
much
gonna get
weed.
tired
I'm-
and lazy.
He
I'm-
can't
use
smoke
weed to help
blunts
me
with us
work.
is the problem. He's
So-
a joint person.
Yeah,
so
come
he
on.
can't-
Oh,
yeah,
you smoke
we-
joints?
Roll blunts.
Yeah.
I'm an old Southern white boy, man. We
Ah,
smoke
yeah.
joints. Your brother motherfucker
Yeah,
smoke
we
a joint.
know.
I
I
got
like
time for a
blunts.
cigar.
I
Yeah,
like blunts.
me
They burn
too,
slow.
definitely.
Takes too much
Blunts
weed.
all
It
the
does.
way.
I can get just as high off a
They
joint.
burn
It's too much
slow.
trouble.
I used to
I've
literally,
rolled
I used to go to my
Skippy
weed
joint.
guy and
I've
be
rolled
like, dude, I'll give you an
half a
extra $10. Just roll.
Oh, you're
joints."
Snoop Dogg,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Snoop
okay.
Dogg
I
style.
don't fucking care.
When do you like to be Snoop Dogg's blunt roller? Why do you get that gig, man? What the fuck do you have to do to
Be
get
his
that
best
gig?
friend. That's it. Just hang
That's
out.
all he does is roll blunts all day long, all day. But I just like, I don't know, you twist a joint, you smoke it. What do you get high
And
on?
then these ones right here,
What is that?
King Palms. All they are is just a leaf. And you just stuff it.
Oh, you just stuff it.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
These
see,
things
those
burn
are bad.
slower than
I've sucked
ever.
it rolling a joint.
But it takes so
I
much
smoke
weed.
blunt all day
Yeah.
long.
I did one of these. I stuffed one of these and it took me 2.5 days
You
to
can't
smoke.
roll.
No, I can't
It takes so much
I'm
weed.
still learning. My ex was like the best roller ever, and he used to talk so much shit. And so I started trying to roll just so I could roll. I'm getting there.
I don't-
Someone,
It's been about 3
someone
years.
explained it to me once. It's like, imagine roll. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 thing. If you do it with a pen or
They
whatever
say
you
to
can do
roll
with it.
from
Well, what-
left to right, but I mean, you really...
What
That's
I
the way
do
I eat my
is
corn.
I roll
this
right
is
to
what I
left.
do and it's easy.
You can do it either
Split
way.
the blunt in half. I split it in half and roll small blunts.
Why
Roll a
not just
joint.
roll a joint?
Yeah,
Just
but
roll
not
a
everyone
joint.
wants
Because
to smoke a
joints
small
burn
blunt.
so quick that it's like
That's
there's
what
no
I'm
point.
saying.
Oh, and the gift I had for you, by the way.
Yeah, the wind's blowing it all over the place.
The gift I had for you, by the way, is rolling papers. And if it would take 2 seconds, I'll run out to the car and grab it real quick, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, if you want.
Because I bought it just for you, and
I
you'll
appreciate
appreciate it
Thank you.
because of your satanic background.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
It's very
right.
sweet.
Well, we'll wait
Yeah.
because I don't know if that door's gonna lock behind you. So
Oh well.
it's real tricky today.
Alrighty then.
I already know I'm going to love it. So of our viewers,
Big
It's dope.
thanks.
Well, you have to take a picture and put it on the site so they'll know
will.
what I'm talking about because it's like
I will.
you'll appreciate it.
So what? Where can everyone find you?
Up the street, about
In
2
hell.
blocks. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit, Harley.
Behind the dumpster on.
You're a little firecracker.
She is. She's
Damn,
a cunt.
Let's go.
Shit.
Rob,
She
how are you
is.
gonna say that?
Because she knows I call her that all the time.
Yeah, fuck you.
You ought to hear some of the stuff she calls me. Jesus.
Yeah,
She didn't call me Jesus.
dick
You-
fuck.
It's like she calls you Jesus. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I call you Jesus.
No, I didn't say that. I just said Jesus. He said that. Jesus.
I thought
You ain't
he was
Jesus. You're a dick fuck.
He could be Jesus. You never know.
I'm hung like Jesus. Hey.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, that'll take a minute. Some people don't.
I was like,
If anybody knew your address, you'd get so much hate.
Some
mail.
people think they're going to hell just for thinking that.
Right.
I'm gonna I'm gonna be on this show right now, and then I'm leaving here. Yeah, I'll be on 88. Can I? Why you,
yeah, 88.5.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
Zen Trips. You guys know about Zen Trips.
Yeah,
It's the
no.
longest running EDM show in the United States.
Yeah.
We're working on that deal for probably the last Thursday of this month, and on October 30th, I'll be doing the Haunted Circus, and we're sort of beyond that. It's things are not really open. They're opening up here, but it's not around the rest of the country now. Most cities really aren't doing bookings right now. We're not looking at any music festivals of
Did you have
2021.
anything lined up
2021.
after your show?
That's
on
what
the
I've just.
30th?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
It's not like
someone
nobody has anything really lined up.
Someone
you know?
in
It's
the
like-
industry was just posting yesterday, like, dude, shit's not returning until fall 2021.
right.
It's
I
like,
mean, nobody.
I see summer. I
No-
can see
nobody
summer
can answer that
posting.
I
question.
think summer. I
Right.
think the way these guys are doing in Tampa, you know,
next
they're
summer.
going to have.
next summer.
Yeah, next summer.
Right.
They'll have what's it called?
You're not-
Sunset. You guarantee Sunset.
You're not going to see any music festivals just yet. You're not going to see anything. I mean, if there's a few bands that are doing the drive-in thing here and there, whatever. Metallica put their whole tour on hold. They had just launched their tour. Iron
But
Maiden just launched
Didn't
their
they just
tour.
do like a thing on the drive-in thing? Too?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They actually did. They absolutely did. They were one of the first metal bands to do the drive-in show thing. I think that's on YouTube now. But a lot of, I mean, all the major touring companies, even minor ones, are just like there's nobody doing anything.
They
It's-
should
it's
just
gonna
do
be
a
slow.
bubble event where we're all
it'll
walking
be
up in bubbles.
it'll be a lot of small. I think it's gonna be Warehouse for
I would be
EDM,
down
the smaller
for
clubs, and as far as
Sounds cool.
regular shows, it's not. It's be next summer.
Yeah,
probably.
warehouses would be official.
And even if you can do it, it's still that paranoia among the
Yeah.
people that you're just gonna. I mean, like that's why I didn't go over the top budget for my thing on the 30th because I don't know. It could be. One year we invited 100, 450 people showed up. I mean, this year, who knows? It could be 10 people. I don't know.
Right.
Probably the ones listening, 3 people. I don't know.
I'll
You're all-
come.
you're on the guest
I'll
list.
come
Figure it
and
out.
I'll try to bring at least one person with me. Probably Sergio.
Yeah, bring Serge,
Yeah.
man. We'll have a good time.
We can
Yeah,
do that.
I'll make sure you guys get a
yeah.
VIP and everything and all that stuff.
Are you girls going to be there too? Am I going to get to see Ava and Harley Quinn?
I'll either be working or working as his go-go.
She'll be there.
There you go.
Either or,
They'll be there.
probably.
Do you girls work at Emperor's as well or no?
I've never been to Emperor's.
Okay.
I actually, before I even became a stripper, I was a door girl.
How do you become a stripper?
Have a father of your daughter leave and start a whole entire
My-
new life without.
It's a
doing
transformation
Best
process.
Wow.
friend at the time got me a job there. That's how I became
You
one.
became a stripper.
All right. So if I wanted to become a stripper,
Yeah, what would we have?
what's? I mean, could we get like? Do you think crippled people would get paid for dances?
Oh yes,
There's
I've
got to be
seen
a market for
all
that.
different
I'm sure.
kinds of
I bet you
people.
give a hell of a lap
Pregnant
dance.
women
Hell of a lap
dance.
dance.
So I
You know?
mean,
Hell of a lap
I've
dance.
given one before.
Hell of
and
a lap
it was,
dance.
It was like I was a teenager at the time, so I did think I could do better now.
He gave one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
oh god.
Before we end this, I want to
Yeah,
ask you a
it's
couple of
very
questions.
Absolutely,
Is
sir.
that time?
Go ahead.
I want to interview you for a second.
Go ahead.
So I was looking through your pages, your background, and bands and stuff like that. A lot of history with rock bands. Some of my favorite bands too, by the way. I'm good friends with Murderfly. I love those guys.
Yeah.
But so I do believe that we get along. We're kindred spirits because of the pentagrams and the. So is that a marketing thing for you? Are you a Satanist? Are you into Satanists? Are you an atheist? Are you an agnostic? Where do you stand? Because I see a lot of pentagrams on your site, and it just intrigued my interest. So where do you?
I was a big fan of LaVey growing up.
Anton, right?
Yeah, huge fan of LaVey.
Very
and
peaceful religion.
Very
Very peaceful. People don't understand that.
Yeah, it's.
They think Satanism is eating babies, and it's not about that.
Satanism was extremely
Very against
powerful.
pedophiles.
Yeah,
very against.
a good moral structure.
It is. It really
growing
is.
up.
It really is.
And then I kind of got into Luciferianism a little bit more when I was like 21 or so.
Luciferianism, right?
And then, yeah, that's pretty much because earlier this year I released a book called With Lucifer on My Side.
I looked that up too. I saw
wow.
that.
You have a
Yeah,
book?
yeah.
I'll have to look into
If I had a
Yeah.
copy of it, I go Lucifer. I'm gonna say you should.
Yeah.
You did.
But so the book was basically about how I lived my life with the left-hand path philosophies that I followed throughout the years,
Nice.
including Satanism, various pagan beliefs,
Right.
Luciferianism, so on.
That fascinates me, man.
Yeah.
I started looking. I was trolling your profile, I guess,
Right.
as you could say, and I said that's why we get along. So I knew there was something that
Yeah,
we got
of course.
along. We
Yeah.
hit it off, but but it's just like fascinates me. And so would you consider yourself a Satanist or a Luciferian? or-
Luciferian, I guess.
yeah.
But even
There's a
still,
difference.
for me to like, I think the idea of taking a title of Luciferian is kind of stupid. In the
Right.
same way, like now in my older years, I think calling yourself a Satanist is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of old school.
You know,
it's almost derogatory. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
really, but it's like,
It's like I don't know. There's nothing about LaVey that I think about anymore. Like obviously LaVey is Satanism, but
yeah. That's
I don't
Satanism.
think like about Satanism now the same way I did when I was a teenager,
Right.
a young adult.
Oh, it's
I'm still young
progressed.
adult,
It's progressed through the ages, and
Yeah.
it had such a bad stigma attached to it because people automatically think, like, they picture you eating babies and blood and sacrificial, and really none of that has shit to do.
Anytime someone comes to me like that, I'm like, when was the last time you heard about that story?
Right. It's not
Like
it's
maybe in the 70s, maybe in the 80s.
I mean, it's actually if you really study the Luciferianism and also just that culture,
Yeah.
it's it's better than
Certainly.
Christianity. I'm an agnostic as it is. My all my darkness and pentagrams, it is a lot of it's marketing. I am a very dark person, but I'm agnostic for the most part. I don't believe in either or. But I lean toward more the freedomism and individualistic of the Satanists and the way that they see life, and it's very peaceful religion, very against pedophiles, 100% against that, very protective over the children, it's a peaceful. I don't see anything wrong. I can't find what the bad thing is about it to society. What's so fucking bad about it?
Because it's called Satanism.
Exactly.
That's the only reason.
It's the stigma. That's all it is.
I'm not gonna convince some
But it's not their job.
other
Who cares? We don't need to convince anybody of shit. It's just
Yeah.
but that's why I can't understand why it's the stigma. It's just like with Christianity, it's such a fraud in so many areas. It really is. It's just a fucking fraud.
I mean, Christianity itself, I've never had any problem with Christianity.
I think
the
that-
church that fucking sucks.
Organized religion, period. It just
Facts.
pisses me the
That's
fuck off.
right. That's
Organized religion pisses me the fuck off. Just the way it is, from the money, from the way, just everything about it. But I think too, with the new age, with technology advancements, this or that, I really think the downfall of organized religion is going to be very it's going to be very visual and adamant in the next in the coming years. I think it's with the Catholic Church falling and all the butt fucking of the kids and all that stuff. Come on, man.
Look at it, man. People don't pray at the altar of Allah or Christ anymore. They're praying at the donkey and elephant, man. That's all that they...
Republican, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
That's what it is.
religion's taken a far second to politics now.
It has. Oh, it has.
Maybe 100 years ago, you wouldn't talk to someone if they were Jewish and
Right.
you were Christian, but now you won't talk to someone who's a liberal because you're a Republican or vice
It's
versa.
It's a religion of the politics right now, man.
Yeah,
And,
so it's there's going to be some way it's going to recycle and go
Right.
over, but organized religion, I think in 200 years is going to be completely
it's going to be demolished from the earth. I think it will be.
I really don't.
And I think, I think, and with Satanism or that whole, it's not really the religion so much as it's just a way of life.
Yeah,
it teaches you a way of life.
It's a philosophy,
and it's self-centered, and I love it. It's egotistical. It's a very egotistical religion, self-centered, and I like that because that's the kind of person I am. But it's all about me. Do what you think is right for you.
Well,
Do
even-
what you think feels good.
even if you look at
within
it,
the structure of the.
Yeah, even if you look at it through objectivism, which is obviously what they pulled from, that's Ayn
Right.
Rand's thing. Her whole thing was basically being selfish is the best way that you can provide to the world,
Right.
because you're giving them what you can provide to them best because it's what you want to
And
do.
you're living your best life
Yeah.
like that because you're not taking the outside influence. It's all about me.
Imagine, man, if something happened tomorrow and you had to go work in the corporate world, imagine how fucking miserable you'd be.
I was, and I did.
Yeah,
For-
it's the
for-
same kind of idea, man.
Yeah.
Same idea.
I was in the advertising. Like I say, the ad agency. I work for ad agencies. I was a marketing and ad agent. That's where I met Purple Cat, and literally we were in the office at Success Advertising over in Clearwater. One was about 10 years ago, and. I was a trance DJ in Nashville, all that stuff, and then I came up here, got married, had a kid, got out of the whole business, went and in the corporate world. Right. So anyway, we ended up in an ad agency together. I was on the cusp of a divorce. She goes, "You need to get back into what you love, what does you. You need to really get back into that." We're sitting there. She's in the office next to me. I'm over here. Dead Mouse is doing his bullshit and this and that. We said, we ought to come up with something. We ought to just come up with some fucking character thing, and I bet we could make it. I bet we could create a rock star that would, with the right ingredients as a marketing firm, and we can make it big, And so we took all that and smushed it all together, and we were in Michael's. Remember Michael's craft stores? Remember that?
Yeah.
We saw a pen pad, and this star was just like this. It was a pen pad, stuck pins in it. And I said, "That star, man, that's universal for rock and roll." We copyrighted this against Heineken and Macy's. We had to put a black line around it, and it's Gene Simmons, Kiss. Said the number one marketing strategy is sex and Satan they sell. And so I had sexy girls, satanic pentagrams, and just went all with the thing. And I was walking off stage and someone says, "You really look like the evil one up there," Boom. And the whole thing blossomed and went from there. It's, 10 years ago. Yeah.
That's as a performer. I know we're getting closer, but as a performer,
You about to come or something?
do you?
Twice.
No,
He scared me when he said that. We're getting
Yeah.
closer. Should I back up?
Real close.
it's gonna get real white in here real
Move
quick.
over here.
Yeah. But as a performer, do you feel like you have to add those elements in, or is it just something that you want to do?
Well, it came to such a branded thing, It's just like, I mean, plus it's me. I mean, it's dark me. I'm that type of guy that's always got skulls, skeletons, shit. I've kicked more people out of my house for walking and go, damn, you still got your Halloween decorations up? Get the fuck out of my house, man.
Right.
I mean, that's it. So I've always been that lean to my, I'm October 28th. I'm a Halloween baby. So it's always been a part of me. So that's always just been a branded thing within my shows, and it just got so popular that I was that DJ. I'm that DJ. I'm not the Zardonic, but I'm that.
No, yeah,
I'm the evil
you're
one, motherfucker.
the Marilyn Manson of the EDM world,
that's
man.
That's what
that's
I
fucking
became.
awesome.
That was and I got to crossbreed all the genres. Played at the Castle one weekend, played at the Amphitheater one weekend, so I could crossbreed the different kinds of crowds, play. So it worked out really well, man.
Do you change your set according to the crowd that you're going to
Never
be in front?
No, because if I'm playing the Castle, that is one type of music. That's going to be the industrial set. Lot, all if I'm playing, Pegasus, or just to give an example, I'll bring it back to more electro breaks and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But my sets were always pre-planned, pre-done. I don't. When I play, I know what the next song's gonna be. I don't do that freestyle, just pick and pull stuff.
I mean, but you played with the crowd though, so your trance set is different than your break.
I do targeted. I do targeted shows, so the people that are there to see me. I don't go play some riffraff thing. It's like I'd rather not play at all, and I'm not gonna just go up there and play some freestyle set at a DJ thing.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean that's.
I like
it would. I know bands. That's how they do it. It's all
Right.
back, like they go in.
You know what to expect.
Yeah, if it's a 45-minute set, they're doing that 45-minute set 30 times on the fucking tour.
That's it.
It's exactly the same way.
You're going to get sick of hearing the same stuff. When I'm practicing my sets in my studios, it's repetition.
Yeah.
People get what they sign up for. When you get me, you're going to get. I'm going to trash the stage. I'm going to fucking destroy my equipment. I'm probably going to burn myself a couple of times. There's going to be fire.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to get hurt. My people.
Yeah.
I mean, not you.
I mean, it's, you can hurt the crowd a little bit.
But I mean, yeah,
It'll be fun.
and I mean, you know what you're going to get. So, and that's kind of, I've had that trouble before where someone's booked my show, and then all of a sudden in the retro they start coming back. Well, we talked to you can't do this, and they're not going to let you do that. Well, why the fuck did you book my show then?
Right.
If you can't do this, you don't want to. Why'd you book my show?
Completely taken away.
Don't fucking book me. Then.
Yeah, everything from it.
Yep.
But all right, we're gonna wrap it up here, Rob. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Love you guys,
ladies. Thank you, girls, as well for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Love you guys.
You made it.
Fun.
You made
Yeah.
you made it much
I
better.
figured I better bring
Enjoy
some eye
doing
candy. Just
something
this ugly
new.
fuck
Yeah.
sitting here, man. All three of us. No one wants to see us.
Not at all. Especially me. They see me all the
You
time.
got to bring some eye candy with you, man.
Yeah. No. These your guests were awesome. I'm going to be seeing both of you again on the
October
30th.
Yes.
October 30th.
October 30th at Emperor's for the, what was it called again?
The Haunted Circus.
Haunted Circus.
10th year anniversary.
And
Well, that's the day after our joint.
And then the next night's Halloween night, and Halloween night's on a Saturday, and it's an extra hour that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, clocks reverse. And they
That
go
whole weekend's
back
gonna be off the
to
chain. Whole
Wait,
weekend.
I'm
Yeah.
so
You better
ready.
get your sleep on Thursday because the whole weekend's off
Oh
the
no,
charts.
Thursday we got a huge event going
Oh,
on
you can
at
let
Better rest
Grand
up now.
60. Yeah.
Go home
Oh,
right now.
fuck.
Go to bed.
Yeah, Grand 60
good
that
place
night
for him.
that we can go. Yeah, no, Grand 60
Oh,
would be
fuck,
perfect
yeah.
for
What-
you.
what
You'd
is
be good
that?
For that?
Grand
It's
60 is
a
a place
venue.
in Brandon. Huge.
Is it
Huge.
event? Halloween event?
We already got something on the Thursday. I could talk
I'm
to
just
you guys.
saying, like,
No.
on
I'm saying it's
any-
an event to go to. I mean, it's an event you go to. What is it?
What
the fuck is this?
Grand,
What is it?
Grand 60 is the venue. We're just throwing a little purge party
okay.
with OnlyFans girls that are going to be bottle girls.
Oh, nice.
So if y'all want to come and be bottle girls and just
Wait,
pour,
I think I heard about that.
There you go.
yeah.
I think I know the photographer that's going.
I started.
Yeah.
I started,
AJ.
I'd love to get all the details after this.
Yeah, no,
Like,
if y'all want to come, like, make a little
Yeah.
bit.
I started having an OnlyFans site, and nobody wanted to see me juggle chainsaws naked. So I was like,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
I would pay good
Would you?
money to watch a jungle chainsaw.
I was going to
set.
fry bacon naked, juggle chainsaws naked.
This is just
That's-
everything naked.
Everything naked.
All right.
Didn't work out.
Frying bacon naked. That's like
That's
fucking
you're
thing. Yeah.
asking to get it.
That's what happened to my
Fucking
arm. It's like I
painful.
dropped a
It's
steak
worse
on the
than
frying
BDSM.
I
pan.
want to say bye to them. All right, thanks for tuning in on my YouTube. What is this? A Facebook channel, and that's Henry Protege, Sergio,
Shoot!
or Sergio.
Sure. Sergio.
And this is the evil one. Check it out.
AKA,
Thanks for tuning in.
yep. Bam.
All right, guys. Thank you again. This has been Breast and Thighs. Sorry we missed
Bye.
Allie
Did you
this
say
week.
breast and fries?
Breast and thighs.
Oh, nice.
Breasts and thighs?
Yeah.
How do you finish this thing?
Wham bam lam.
Do you know why we call it breasts and thighs?
No, I don't.
Because my co-host has really big tits and I don't have legs.
Oh.
He's got thighs.
Yeah.
Does she
Dude,
film?
Wow.
Does she film
That's
with them on
fucking
Isn't
great.
it
That's
brilliant, though?
quite
Isn't that
literal.
Right?
I love it. Yeah.
It's a good
Does it say done?
meaning
Yeah.
to have, actually.
I want to save it.
I thought you were going to say something about chicken.
No, not at all.
Actually, I hate chicken, to be honest with you.
Really?
I've never
Big
liked it.
chicken?
Dude, they chased me as a child.
I've eaten like
I
this.
love
chicken.
chicken. I
All
like
the-
fried chicken and
Yep.
watermelon. I do.
Yeah, me
I
too.
do.
All the fucking weight loss I've had this year, I've eaten steak like every day.
That's why,
Every
because
day.
there's no carbs.
Yeah.
You cut down
Well,
all
it's
that. I need to get
just-
on
I
whatever
can't do
you're
chicken,
Right,
man. I'm
ew,
so over
that's
it.
doing. I gotta get on whatever you're doing, bro.
It's working,
I
man.
get back into shape.
Is this going to be on rebroadcastable?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, it's gonna be
Are
on.
we-
As soon as we get off of
That's
Facebook,
horrible.
you can
I
watch
don't
it again on Facebook. We got the. We'll have the audio if you guys just want to hear the
Sometimes you
audio.
have audio problems on some of your shows.
Sometimes
Yeah, no,
it
it's
depends
like
on
one
what
buzzer
game
cutting
and
out a lot.
whatnot.
Oh, that's when people get loud. Then
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it cuts.
Oh,
you know.
you're like a limiter?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, guys.
Send me the information on, are we still on the microphone?
Yeah, we're out of here.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. This has been Breast and Thighs.
Keep it evil.
Thank you.